Welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today, Lady Gaga, Chromatica, Wheel. We're done with the third Wheel Marathon. This is the last submission for it that we picked on the wheel, or the wheel picked rather. We had no option in this. This was a normal pick, so the weighted picks have kind of been winning, kind of not winning. It's been a toss up, but this is some synth pop and house. Apparently, came out during COVID. Apparently, it is a concept album, so I'm not going to read too much about it. I'll just see as I listen to it how it goes. But we have heard Babylon in our summer songs video. Someone suggested that, and that was pretty decent. So I'm just expecting some nice synth pop jams today. Nothing too special.
Yeah, I have not listened to any Lady Gaga. I don't listen to a whole bunch of synth pop. Just what The Weeknd's been doing, I guess. We do have that. What's her face? The Mercurial World or whatever. I forget who does that.
Magdalena Bay.
Yeah. You have that. I think that's on Bab Jab's wheel.
Mm-hmm. All right. We can get started then.
Okay.
We'll do the first two. It seems like the first one's probably just an intro.
Yeah.
Chromatica I and Alice. Chromatica I and Alice.
I mean, I don't have anything to say about Chromatica I.
Well,
it's
yeah,
a pretty decent intro, little instrumental intro. Alice, I like that quite a bit. I mean, the chorus was whatever. But like the verses were so weird. I really liked that. I liked how quirked up it was. Even a little robot voice in the second verse. That was pretty epic. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was pretty decent. It was kind of nostalgic because it does kind of touch on, like, I feel like she used to do kind of older dancey kind of stuff like this, like early, like teens, I think.
Yeah.
I just remember some of her songs, like the really cool, like backing vocals and that like cool beat and stuff. So it kind of reminds me of that. And I kind of like how she's going back to that and kind of doing the synth pop theme. It seems to work pretty well on this song. It's short, it's concise, it's to the point.
Sure.
I feel like a lot of like mainstream pop music now is transitioning into this more like lo-fi, like Jack Antonoff, do all your little pretty stuff. There's like not that like pop, that color anymore. So I feel like this is very colorful and just in your face, which is nice to have. It's, of course it sucks when everybody's doing it, but now that she's kind of going back to it in a very like, you know, a way that works pretty well, like I don't mind it. So yeah, that one's fun.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's sad right now.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I feel like that's kind of been reflected in like the music landscape, where I feel like a lot of albums nowadays are like talking about like therapy, and I don't know how much of that, like, I know Kendrick did that, and then like
and Denzel
and
Jid and Lil Yachty and everybody.
It's been a thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice just to be like, hey, let's have a good time, even though we're all stuck inside.
I mean, even if this record does end up being like self-improvement, like finding artistic connection, it's a fun way to do it. It's like
sure
dancey. So I'll
Yeah,
take
it's
it.
like the Porter Robinson one.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. That
just
album's fantastic.
have a nice time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Stupid Love.
Oh boy. This is the one that had the music video that I remember.
Oh, okay. I feel like I might have heard this song.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Stupid Love.
Yeah, I prefer Alice to that one. I don't know why.
This one has like the annoying like radio earworm effect to it, where it's like there's nothing objectively wrong with the song, but like I could see it getting really annoying really fast.
Yeah. I think it did that by the end of the song.
Yeah, I think the third chorus was like, okay, that might have been too much. Like I feel like you could have done like a cool like outro or something. Because I really love the pre-chorus. I feel like the pre-chorus was really nice with her different like vocal inflections. But yeah, I feel like just doing that chorus one last time was too much.
Yeah,
that went from like fun to like annoying radio song.
Yeah, I mean like that's what I've like. I mean, I haven't listened to a whole bunch of her stuff, but like I really love her like variety of her like vocal stylings. Where she goes like oh, when then she also like goes up. She does weirdo stuff, and I'm a fan of weirdo stuff. But it was just too much of the same for me. But
I agree. I prefer Alice over this one for sure.
okay, I'm glad we agree on something.
Yes. Oh my god. All right, I think the big hit is next. Rain on Me with Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for a free ride. I only asked you to show me a real good time. I never asked for the rainfall. Rain on me, rain, rain, rain on me, rain, rain. I'd rather be drunk, but at least I'm alive. Rain on me, rain, rain, rain on me. Oh, but at least we tried. Gotta live my truth, not keep it bottled in, so I don't lose my mind. Rain on me, rain, rain, rain on me, rain, rain. I'd rather be drunk, but at least I'm alive. Rain on me, rain, rain, rain on me.
Might have stopped that in time, but Rain on Me.
I like that one. I thought that one was pretty G-dang epic. Not always a fan of a featuring Ariana Grande, but I thought that she did really well on this song. I thought that she fit really well on this song. I also really liked the variety. I appreciated the outro. It's like she heard your criticism from the last song, implemented it on this song. Yeah, and the chorus, I think it had the potential to get kind of annoying, but since it was so short, it's just like it's in and it's out, and then we're getting a nice Ariana Grande verse. We're getting some fun little duet stuff with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan. Like that one a lot.
Yeah, that was really smooth. That was done a lot better than the last track when it comes to like radio hit type songs. Yeah, I love the transition from Lady Gaga into Ariana. I felt like that was super smooth. I'm always a fan of Ariana's vocals. Like she always like just does gymnastics all over tracks usually.
Yeah.
But it was fun to match the beat really well. Their voices contrast in a very like unique way. Like Ariana can be powerful, but she has like more like that floaty tone in this song, and then Lady Gaga has like that power behind her voice. So really cool kind of duet in the chorus. Yeah, pretty good. I don't have anything against that track.
No, pretty good.
Alrighty. Free Woman, track 5.
About to set this feeling in motion. I walk the downtown. I'm not nothing unless I know I can. I'm still something if I've got a man. I'm a free woman. So light up my body and kiss me too hardly. We own the downtown. Come on, I'm a free woman. I'm a free woman. I'm a
Free Woman.
The song was all right. It kind of reminded me of like a Roar or something.
Yeah.
Where it's
It
just
wasn't
like,
nearly as bad, but like
yeah, it's just like, yeah, girl power. Which it doesn't say anything. It's kind of like the forget what they call it, where it's just kind of you're just putting on a show that you care, but there isn't any substance here. Where it's like the main thing is I'm still something if I don't got a man. It's like that's something that maybe is like in a 2000s pop song by a female artist, not something 20 years after the fact. Either say something or don't just say nothing and disguise it as saying something, if you catch what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't come into pop albums like this like expecting deep lyrical like instances with it. I feel like it was decent. It was a decent like uplifting song. I do agree that the writing could have been a little bit like stronger, like with this statement, just because it has been a statement that has been done so many times. I don't think it was nearly as bad as like Roar or like
No, it's
what are
not
the
that
other?
bad.
There's a lot of them that are just like, oh god. But
I can't even.
yeah, I don't mind this one too much. It seems like it's kind of like touching on her finding her artistry again, and then at the same time like being independent, and not being attached to anybody. I think there's like something about like she was sexually assaulted and now she's like feeling past it and she's like living for herself again.
In this
Which is
song?
cool. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
She doesn't talk about it in the song. It's part of the genius thing. So that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. It's like a lot of these like super big pop albums, like they have themes like this, but they all make it so ambiguous where it's like anybody can latch onto it, which makes it feel a little stale and plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't mind the song. It's not one that I really come back to a lot. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
alright.
wrote on it.
Yeah.
All right, Fun Tonight, track 6. I'm not used to all these songs being like less than 3 minutes. It's been a while.
Feeling something that I can't explain. Think it's a wound I still entertain. Wish I could be what I know I am. This moment's hijacked my plans. I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling with you. Yeah, I can see it in your face. You don't think I'll pull my weight. Maybe it's time for us to say goodbye. 'Cause I'm not having fun tonight. You love the paparazzi, love the fame. Even though you know it causes me pain. having fun tonight.
Fun tonight.
I thought that one was pretty decent. I thought that the verses were fantastic. I thought that the choruses were okay. I hated the OOO outro. That is probably one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to pop music is just filling time with OOs. That's why I hate like teens pop because that was all over there. But I mean, it wasn't too egregious. Like it wasn't every single chorus like it was back then. But yeah, I thought that the verses were like there's the second verse, I think. If I scream, you walk away. When I'm sad, you just want to play. Just like, okay, now you're saying something. I appreciate that. That kind of relationship issues. It's not all plastic pop. There's some kind of sadness here, and I did appreciate that. A little bit of diversity here.
Yeah, I mean, I like the introspection on this track quite a bit. I feel like that's where this album's kind of headed at this point.
Yeah.
I love just like her battling with herself, where it's like she loves the paparazzi, but she also knows that like that is unhealthy for her.
Yeah.
So very good writing on this one. I really enjoyed that. Her pre-choruses have all been fantastic. I've noticed that like the build up to these choruses are often better than the choruses themselves, which
Yes.
is good. But I love the chorus to like reach that height of greatness that the pre-choruses have.
Yeah.
But yeah, the song's pretty decent. I like that these are like bite-sized songs, like because usually when there's definitely some house and synth pop music where it is like 5 or 6 minute songs, and you need a lot of kind of momentum and movement in those. The songs feel kind of static, but they're also short enough where like you can enjoy that static without wanting something more.
Yeah.
Because usually if it goes any longer than that, I'm gonna want like a production switch up or some kind of transition or breakdown or bridge or something.
Sure.
But I feel like this one worked pretty well.
Yeah, it was all right.
Alrighty. Chromatica II and 911 or 911.
Depends
We'll
on
see. We'll see.
certain point of view.
Yeah. That's a good transition.
Yeah.
I mood shifting to manic places. Wish I laughed and kept the good friendships. Watch life feel like go again. Boy, can't see me cry. Can't see me cry ever again. My biggest enemy is me. Papa 911. My biggest enemy is me. Papa 911. My biggest enemy is me ever since day one. Pop another one. Pop a 911 and pop another one. Boy, can't see me cry. Can't see me cry ever again. Boy, can't see me cry. Need a 911. Can you patch the line? Please patch the line. Please patch the line. Need a 911. Can you patch the line?
911 and Chromatica II, but that was
Chromatica 2 made me wish that that she did a record that had like the orchestration of Sometimes I Might Be Introvert or something with these huge sweeping orchestral sections. But then the song started and I loved the song. I think this might be my favorite
yeah. This
one.
is definitely the best one.
I really, really liked the roboto voices for the verses. Surprisingly, for me, I thought that the pre-chorus was actually the weakest part.
Yeah.
The chorus with the it's very staccato. I like that. You don't get. I mean, we haven't gotten that a lot on this record up until this point. But it was fun. It was bouncy and damn, man, it was just fun. That was just a fun one.
Yeah, that's definitely the best one on here so far. I'd really like because I feel like we haven't heard. I always loved her ad libs Like she did very fun ad libs in her older stuff. So I'm glad we had
Yeah.
kind of like that staccato kind of enunciation on the chorus because that was really fun. Production was fantastic on this one. I love how industrial those synth lines kind of felt. And then just the subject matter of like her being reliant on these like antipsychotic medications. And then having the robot voice to show that like those medicines don't really help. They just kind of suppress all emotion. So then you just don't even feel like a person at that point. So I think using the robot voice in this kind of darker production was fantastic for this song. So, and the transition from Chromatica II into this was also pretty great.
True.
Yeah, but last two have been fantastic.
Yeah. Fun stuff. I'm in now.
All right, Plastic Doll, track 9.
I don't know if she's been listening to this reaction video.
Oh no, you want staccato? I'll give you staccato. It's the second time that's happened.
Come with a purse and new shoes. 'Cause I've spent too long dancing all alone, dancing to the same song. I'm no toy for a real boy. If you're a real boy, don't play with me. Don't play with me. It just hurts me. I'm bouncing off the walls. Plastic. I'm not the
Plastic Doll.
That one was okay. That one was not one that I was super into. I think that might be the weakest chorus to me. Just the da 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 da, just that over and over again. I hate that. That being said, I will be playing this song on July 21st on my way to see the Barbie movie.
Of course,
Just because
yes.
it fits.
Of course,
It fits.
This is for the Barbie movie.
Of course.
She knew about it this far ahead.
Well, of course,
So,
yeah.
the mind
3 years ahead, she knew
Yeah.
it was in development. Yeah.
I will be seeing the Barbie movie, but
Oh, me too.
This song felt too plastic to be a song about plastic dolls in not a good way.
Yes.
It felt way too one-dimensional, unfortunately. I do love the sentiment of it, of like being in the spotlight so much, where it's like you have to like consist to this very specific notion of what people think of you. So for her, it's like being eccentric and stuff. But then when she went and did like her more subdued country stuff, everybody was like, "What's going on?" So just like her not feeling free in her creative freedom and like artistry. So it's cool sentiment. I like it. Lil Yachty just did the same thing to like very, very well. I mean, he's gone overboard and said that rap wasn't letting him like, be an artist or whatever, which I don't agree with. But he did this sentiment and he did it really well. I just feel like the song didn't really like, I like the sentiment of it. It just didn't execute well, in my opinion. It's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right. Sour Candy with Blackpink.
Whoa.
I love K-pop.
Don't suggest any K-pop. We won't do it.
I'm a Jenny stan.
sour candy.
I've heard this song. I don't know where, but I've heard it. I've heard this song. I don't know where.
I'm sour candy, so sweet and I get a little angry and mean. 뜻밖의 표정하에 넌 당황하겠지. 이상적이란 말들로 날 포장한 건 너야, 너야. But if you give me time, then I could make time for your love. I'm hot on the outside, but if you see inside, inside, inside.
I might be messed up, but I know what's up. You want a real taste?
I'm super psycho, make you crazy when I turn the lights low. Sour candy, yeah, 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 yeah.
Take a bite. It's a sour candy. Take a bite. It's a sour candy. Take a bite. It's a sour candy. Take a bite. Sour
Sour candy.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like that one, to me, it was just so nothing. It happened. It was 2.5 minutes. It was very short, so I can't be too mad. But I honestly couldn't tell you anything. So sorry.
You went into a dreamlike state as soon as the song started.
Yep. Yeah, I went into a fugue state.
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll back the footage. You'll
Roll back
actually
the
see.
footage. You can see it. I actually like that one quite a bit. I feel like Blackpink kind of carried a little bit. But I actually like the energy and sass from them with like this kind of like nocturnal house beat. I felt like the energy was very much there. I like the attitude. Lady Gaga didn't do bad either. I just feel like Blackpink kind of like definitely carried the first half of that song. I do like, Lady Gaga's kind of like more spoken word, lower register kind of part during it. But the energy really came from the guests there. So I don't know. I like that one. That was fun.
Good.
Enigma, track 11.
Open-minded, I'm so blinded. Isn't all this virtual? We could be lovers, even just tonight. We could be anything you want. We could be jokers, brought to the daylight. I'll be your enigma. I'll be your enigma. Is it all in my head? We could be lovers, even just tonight. We could be anything you want. Daylight, daylight.
Enigma.
I think it's a bad sign. I think I've gone numb. I have
Oh, no.
ever since 911 happened and then Plastic Doll, I've just been in a fugue state.
It's too sharp of a contrast.
Yeah. I mean, I just think I don't know. To me, like these last three have kind of felt the same. I don't know. I don't know what's happening to me. I've lost my critic edge, which I usually am really great at. The comments are always saying how good I am at critiquing
That's
music.
true.
Yeah, I don't know. That one was fine. Yeah, man, I don't know. I can't think of a single thing that was good or bad about it. So like, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
You just talk for a minute.
Awesome. I thought that was pretty decent. I like that one. Again, like the energy is there, which is good, which is all I really care about with these. Writing was pretty decent, but like I like the chorus on this one. I feel like the chorus is actually strong on this one. That's like the one thing that's been lacking on this record, at least in the first half, was like pre-chorus, great, chorus, kind of okay. This one, I felt like the whole writing of the song was very catchy when it needed to be. Production was nice. I liked a little bit of horns at the very end. Yeah, nothing too crazy about it, but like I do think this is one of the better ones. So
Good.
Replay, track 12. Shoddy like a melody.
I wish. What if it's a cover?
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I won't blame myself cause we both know you were the one. I don't know what to do, you don't know what to say. The scars on my mind are on replay, replay. The monster inside you.
Sounds like an old like Russian dance song.
I was
very
literally
Slavic.
thinking that. Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Psychologically, it's something that I can't explain.
Replay.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was fun. I don't. Yeah, it was weird.
I think it's like Rasputin chord progression. It was very similar. It was strange.
Especially in that pre-chorus
Yeah,
where
it
like
was-
the slap bass was going. It's
Yeah,
just like
I actually
this
really
is
liked
weird.
it though. It was really fun.
I did too. That was awesome. It felt different,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I like. It's different. It's really different. Like that Tyler the Creator song used to say
Back in the day.
back in the day, 2021
Mm-hmm.
or something. Um, but yeah, the chorus was. I feel like I have to analyze the choruses now because they've been strategically all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. I'm not usually a fan of the electronic instrumental breakdown in place of the chorus. But I thought it was okay. Fun song, good song.
Yeah, I think I'd put this one next to 911 as my favorite. I really
Yeah.
love the beat. Very exciting. Had that kind of it was a little quirked up. It was minorly
quirked
quirked
up
up.
for
I
sure.
liked it.
Yeah.
Subject matter wise, I really liked it. Just kind of like dealing with like trauma and PTSD and just like being constantly reminded of this. Like the on replay thing. Death Grips did the same thing on the Money Store, so I'm comparing Lady Gaga to Death Grips in the way that these songs basically mean the same thing. But yeah, I mean, the writing style was really great. Vocal performance was awesome. There was a nice progression in this song, especially when it got to the bridge and they put like different vocal filters on. I felt like, again, like just a little bit of progression helps a lot. Because some of these I feel like they were too stuck in one kind of pattern and didn't like branch out a bit. But the song definitely did that. So yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff. I like this one a lot. All right.
It's a good song.
Chromatica III and then A Sign from Above featuring Elton Jonathan.
Elton Jonathan. Holy moly.
Holy moly. He really did a tour going on Lady Gaga's album and then Lil Nas X's album.
That's true. That's true.
Another transition.
Fake.
When I was young, I prayed for lightning. No, nothing there. Yeah, I stared while my eyes filled up with tears, but there was nothing there. No, nothing. I had one sign from above. One sign, and it healed my heart out of sight.
I felt immortal. Yeah, I looked with my face up to the sky, but I saw nothing there. No, nothing there. Heard one sign, and it healed my heart out of sight.
Okay.
All right.
Every album needs a breakbeat outro.
I guess.
Chromatica 3 and A Sign from Above with Elton Jonathan.
She needs to make a Simbi record so bad. That would be
That would
so
be nice.
sick.
Yeah.
She keeps teasing me. She's like, I'm capable of these really.
I feel like even
great-
mixing them in with electronics would be cool.
Yeah. It was kind of done in the beginning of this song where there was like plucking violins and stuff. But yeah, man, I want those sweeping orchestrals. It'll be so good with her voice. I guess I don't know what she's doing with Tony Bennett. Maybe that's what they're doing over there. I'm
Maybe.
not sure. Elton John, he's there. You know, I feel like if you know you're approached by Elton John or whatever, you get the opportunity to work with Elton John. It's like, well, you gotta do it because you know he's Elton John. You gotta do it. But I feel like everybody who puts Elton John on songs, unless he's doing like piano accompaniment, like on that Lil Nas X song, his voice doesn't really fit this song.
No.
Dare I say?
No, you're right.
Don't want to piss off the Elton John stans.
I don't think Elton John stands would like really vibe with him, like his low register on like very high pitched like dance production. It's very strange.
Yeah. I mean, his voice isn't the same as it was 50 years ago,
That
if
too.
you can believe it.
Yeah, maybe 50 years ago this would have sounded good. I don't know.
If Elton John came up right now instead of in the early 1970s, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was okay. It's just like Elton John doesn't really fit here.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this song. Like, I like the sentiment of it, of like, you know, music kind of like being the one thing that's kind of held her together throughout like all the trauma and like all the issues that she's experienced in like the last 5 or so songs. It makes sense sequencing wise, and I like it. It's just like, I feel like she tried to do a hyper pop like style song, but it just came across really clunky. Hyperpop can often be viewed as like just random noises placed here and there, and it sounds like really wacky and quirky and weird. But like it takes a lot of finesse to have something like that work. I felt like this track was doing too many things, and none of them were done really that well. Even to like the weird breakbeat outro, I felt like she was trying to do like something like Arca would do, except Arca has mastered the art of like doing weird tempos and like these weird off pitch synths in the chorus that felt kind of strange on this song. Arca's able to like perfectly like incorporate all those sounds into like one beat that could be like a minute 20 and express more of that than this song did in 4 minutes. So I just feel like she tried it, but she definitely did not go far enough in the hyperpop area, because this song kind of felt like a half attempt on it. Like she was like, okay, let's do it, and then she kind of watered it down or something. So it just didn't work for me. But
well, I mean, if you do it, don't do it with Elton John.
That's not who
you do that song with.
Yeah, I just felt like there was too many ideas for this one song. I feel like they needed to focus on one thing. But
yeah, big agree.
All right, 1,000 Doves, track 15.
I need you to listen to me, please believe me. In life, waiting's just a stupid game. Lift me up, give me a start, 'cause I've been flying with some broken arms. I'd do anything for you to really see me. I am human, invisibly bleeding. I've been hurting, stuck inside a cage, so hard my heart's been in a rage. If you love me, then just set me free, and if you don't, then baby leave.
Thousand Doves.
That one was okay. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I was not a fan of the chorus. The
I didn't like that.
get that out of here. But the verses I thought were pretty good. I liked the subject matter a little bit. I don't know. I just like it when she's sad. It's a little different than
I just
what it
like
has
sad
been.
music.
Yeah, I like being depressed. Yeah, it was a nice swing back. Where we're on the up and up. It looks like, and I do kind of remember Babylon, so I kind of know where this is going.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That one felt really bland. Like, again, I like the sentiment she's doing. I just feel like she's not properly portraying these things in song on some of these. It's like it blends in way too much, and it's not like a standout thing. This sounds like the kind of song that you'd hear playing very quietly at a Target while you're shopping, like on a Saturday afternoon. Like that, the post chorus with like the duh, like that. You don't need that. I don't like that. It's like one of those things where it's so one note that your brain just kind of tunes it out, and you forget
Yeah.
that what's happening. So yeah, I'm not a big
It's
fan of that one,
fine.
but
It's whatever.
yeah. I do know Babylon's a banger though, so I'm not too worried about it.
Well, we know it ends with a bang.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Babylon track 16.
We only have the weekend.
Battle for your life, Babylon, that's gossip. What you on? Money don't talk, rip that song, gossip. Babble on, battle for your life, Babylon. Babylon. Gossip, gossip, Babylon.
It's the thing that you bring, that you bring, that you bring. Him, you and me.
That's gossip. Strut it out, walk a mile, serve it ancient city style. Talk it out, babble on, battle for your life, Babylon. That's what you on, money don't talk, rip that song, gossip. Babble on, battle for your life, Babylon. Strut it out, walk a mile, serve it ancient city style. Talk it out, babble on, battle for your life, Babylon. That's gossip. What you on? Money don't talk. Rip that song. Gossip. Babble on. Battle for your life. Babylon.
Babylon and the whole record.
I mean, Babylon's a pretty good closer, I
Yeah.
think. It kind of takes all the positive elements and works with them a little bit. I like I mean, I think we're both a fan of the lower register,
Yeah.
spoken word kind of, that kind of tone, I guess. I like the sass. I like the delivery. It's pretty dang great. I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about this song again.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this, like, I would have liked it's more like this across the whole album, where it has the backup singers and like this kind of larger than life kind of feel. I feel like
And
some
the
of songs got way
saxophone, man.
Yeah, and the saxophone.
Yeah,
I love the saxophone. Put
I
that
know
on
you do.
more things always.
yeah, yeah. But record as a whole, there were some songs I really liked. I don't know if there was any songs that I particularly hated.
Yeah.
It was either mid or above, which I feel like is pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some songs that I will probably never ever listen to on here. But 911 and I think Replay was the fun Russian one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's pretty epic. I also really liked Alice. I think those are probably my top tracks.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think I'd like do Rain on Me, 911, maybe Enigma. Enigma was cool. Replay and Babylon are probably my favorites. Yeah, I feel like, there isn't anything bad on here. It's just like some stuff that's very forgettable, but there are a couple of like bops that really do stand out and they're pretty great.
Yeah.
So like for a mainstream pop record, like this, really solid. I love the exploration. I feel like it could have gone pushed farther at certain parts, but like nothing too crazy. I feel like Beyonce did this like a lot better last year with Renaissance, because Renaissance did the same thing where she kind of like went through the history of dance and club music, and kind of this not quite synth poppy like this, but like the more retro dance cuts on here remind me of that album, and that album like perfectly balances all of them. So I definitely still like prefer Renaissance. It is just like so fun, but this record's pretty decent. Like I can't complain too much. Definitely like was more solid than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like, a couple of big hits and then just like, standard synth pop stuff.
Sure.
But she did pretty well with it. I like the writing and the narrative as well. I feel like it was very easy to follow. It was well written. Some of the songs are too ambiguous in its subject matter for me to like form an emotional connection to it.
Yeah.
But overall, I felt like it was, pretty well delivered. It's just the execution on some songs was not my favorite. But
Sure.
overall, solid.
Nice. Now, do we spin the wheel for whenever we do this next?
I don't know, because it's probably going to be your pick. I have not updated my list at all. I don't know if you've updated your list at all.
No, but I can probably do something.
Okay. Otherwise, I'm saying we could wait until we're closer, because there's going to be a lot of new releases out that we're going to react to in the coming weeks. So
True.
I
That's
think
true.
we should wait, get our lists all remade, because I'm sure I'm going to remake like 50% of mine, and then we can roll.
Okay.
So no wheel this week, but we have a lot of new reactions coming soon. There's got the new Black album coming out. We got Boy Genius, and we have Peggy and Danny Brown coming out.
Oh,
So
freak.
that's
Are
on the
those all
same
in a
day as
row?
Black. Yeah. So,
Oh, no.
so we're gonna be busy with those, but those should all be pretty great. So
I assume so, yeah.
stay tuned for that. Yeah, I don't know if we have anything else to add.
No.
Awesome.
Stay tuned for next week, the end of the fan marathon.
Whatever we're doing, I don't
We'll
know.
do something quirky. Leave a comment in whatever we do. If we do a video and or community post, we need an engagement. So
Please engage with me.
please engage with our content and push it out to more people. Share it. Tweet it out to me at BoyTimeYT. Send a video of my video to me. Thank you.